The Catholic Church is facing a crisis of faith. One that delves deep into the heart of its doctrine and leadership. At the center of this controversy is Pope Francis, whose actions and statements have sparked debates on the fidelity to biblical teachings. The crux of the matter lies in his apparent departure from traditional beliefs, notably his stance on the Ten Commandments, his support for same-sex unions, and his promotion of a cardinal with a controversial history. This shift towards what is deemed acceptable by contemporary societal standards, rather than biblical directives, raises alarm. The essence of apostasy, as defined in Galatians 1 verse 8, is the abandonment of one's faith, a theme painfully relevant in this context. In an unsettling revelation, the Catholic Church seems to have stumbled in its representation of divine authority, particularly in the elevation of Pope Francis to a status often described with the revered title of Holy Father, a term traditionally reserved for God the Father. This misstep is not just a linguistic error, but a theological one, challenging the core of Christian teachings that emphasize the singular fatherhood of God in heaven. The controversy deepens with Pope Francis's comments on the Ten Commandments. His assertion that they are not absolute but rather guidelines, moderated by the grace of Jesus Christ, stirs the pot of doctrinal purity. The New Testament, especially 1 Corinthians 7 verse 19, underscores the importance of adhering to God's commandments as an expression of divine love, making the Pope's stance particularly contentious. Moreover, the Vatican's nuanced approval of blessings for same-sex couples, under conditions that avoid mimicking traditional marriage rites, further illustrates a drift from established Christian doctrine. This move, while attempting to navigate the delicate balance between inclusivity and faithfulness to Scripture, inevitably fuels the debate on apostasy and the Church's direction in a rapidly changing world. The call to resist conforming to worldly patterns, as echoed in Romans 12 verse 2, serves as a poignant reminder of the Christian mandate to uphold divine will over societal approval. The unfolding situation within the Catholic Church, marked by doctrinal dilemmas and leadership controversies, encapsulates a profound struggle with faith, identity, and the enduring challenge of navigating tradition in the face of modernity. The actions of Pope Francis and the individuals he has elevated to positions of influence are beginning to reveal their consequences, which we will explore further. One particular appointment will astonish you, but the early signs of its impact are already visible. Last Christmas, in a small southern Italian village, a Catholic church displayed a nativity scene that featured two mothers instead of Mary and Joseph. This deviation from tradition illustrates a significant shift. What seems like a small concession leads to broader changes, aligning the Church more closely with secular values and moving away from the biblical depiction it once upheld. This trend towards apostasy is largely facilitated by Pope Francis's decisions, especially his promotion of figures to pivotal roles within the Church, whose actions raise eyebrows. One such figure is Cardinal Victor Emmanuel Fernandez, a key ally of Pope Francis, who was appointed as the prefect of the Dicastery for the Doctrine of the Faith in July 2023. Fernandez's literary contributions, particularly from his past, invite scrutiny. In 1998, he authored Mystical Passion, Spirituality and Sensuality, a book that, notably coming from a celibate author, delves into topics like the differences between male and female orgasms, and finding divine love through such experiences. Another chapter, titled God in the Partner's Orgasm, suggests that the act can serve as an act of divine worship. Moreover, in 1995, Fernandez wrote Heal Me With Your Mouth, The Art of Kissing, while he has since expressed regret over writing at least the first book, attributing this change of heart to the unforeseeable rise of digital media and public discourse on his works. The very existence of such writings by a high-ranking church official underscores the complexities and challenges facing the church's adherence to its foundational beliefs. Prophecies have long foretold the emergence of a malevolent pope, marking a pivotal turn in the Catholic Church's history. This institution, historically the largest assembly of followers of Jesus Christ's gospel, has not been immune to unbiblical teachings. Predictions from within the Catholic tradition, including St. Malachi's prophecy of a final black pope, named Petrus Romanus, hint at a corrupt pope's arrival. Furthermore, rumors swirl around the unrevealed third secret of Fatima, suggesting it contains warnings of an evil pope. Malachi Martin, a Jesuit-trained priest, an exorcist with Vatican ties, disclosed the existence of a high-ranking cabal within the church devoted to Satan. On June 29, 1972, Pope Paul VI lamented that the smoke of Satan has entered the church, echoing concerns of internal corruption. The Apostle Paul in 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 3 spoke of a future defection from faith, signaling the advent of the man of sin, the son of perdition. This prophecy is especially poignant, given the Catholic Church's 1.2 billion adherents worldwide, suggesting that a significant departure from faith could lead many astray, potentially towards unbelief or other religions. Apostasy, defined as the abandonment or renunciation of a religious or political belief, is manifesting within the Catholic Church as it increasingly diverges from biblical teachings in favor of worldly conformity. This shift is evidenced by practices contrary to biblical directives, an over-reliance on human traditions, seeking forgiveness from men rather than God, and the belief in purgatory as a necessary purgation before salvation. Under Pope Francis's leadership, many are veering away from foundational Christian doctrines, embracing a path counter to the teachings of the Bible. In response to this troubling trend, there's a growing need for communities of faith that uphold the entirety of Scripture, affirming its sufficiency, the all-sufficiency of Jesus Christ, and the belief that salvation and a right relationship with God are attainable solely through Christ. It is a critical moment for believers to align with churches that steadfastly proclaim these truths. I extend my hopes and prayers for your well-being. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you. If you enjoy our content and want to support us, click on the Super Thanks button below. Your super thanks is not just a donation. It is a blessing that supports our mission to share the transformative journey of Jesus.